The Christmas Stories. The Gift of Magi. Chapter 1. Only $1.87. Della sat at her kitchen table. She was counting something. 1 penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies. She counted. She was saving pennies. Now she had $1.87. She worked hard to save that money. Every time she went to the grocery, she said, "Oh, it's too expensive. Please give me a discount." She did this for many, many months. She counted the money again and again. But there was only $1.87. She cried out, "No, there must be more money. I saved for so long." Life was not easy for Della. She lived in a very small apartment. It cost $8 a week. She had to spend her money very wisely. At the entrance of the apartment, there was a doorbell. But this didn't work anymore. There was also a letter box, but it was too small for letters. It really wasn't a very good apartment. On the letter box there was the name Mr. James Dillingham Young. This was Della's husband. A long time ago, Mr. James Dillingham Young was proud of his name. Once his salary was $30 a week. Now it was only $20. $20 never bought very much. But sometimes that didn't matter. When he came home, his wife always greeted and hugged him. He was her Jim. Now Della still sat at the kitchen table and cried. She wiped her tears and stood up. Tomorrow was Christmas. She only had $1.87 to buy her husband a present. She saved for a long time, but it wasn't enough. She wanted to buy something very nice for him. She walked to another window. As she walked, she passed a mirror. It was between two windows. It wasn't a very good mirror, of course. It was a mirror in an $8 a week apartment. She looked at herself in the mirror. Her eyes were red and puffy from crying. Then she got an idea. Her hair was tied up, but now she pulled it down. She had a lot of very long, beautiful hair. There were two things that she and her husband valued very much. One was a gold watch. Jim received it from his grandfather. He loved it very much. The other was Della's hair. Della's hair was envied by many people. Some people said to Della, "Your hair is more beautiful than the Queen of Sheba's jewels." Jim's watch was also very wonderful. Some people said to him, "Your watch is good enough for a king." So Jim and Della were very proud of these things. Della continued looking at her hair. It fell around her shoulders, down her back, and to her knees. It was very, very long hair. Her hair was almost like a dress. She tied it up again. She did it quickly, but she suddenly felt very sad. A couple of tears rolled down her cheeks. She quickly put on her old brown coat and her old brown hat. She locked her apartment and hurried down the stairs and out of the apartment building. She walked down the street to look for a special store. After a few minutes, she found it and looked at the sign. Madame Sofroni, hair goods of all kinds. Chapter 2. A Christmas Present. Della didn't wait. She didn't want to lose her courage. She thought about her husband and his present. She walked up the stairs and saw a large woman. She looked very cold and unwelcoming. Della asked her, "Will you buy my hair?" The woman looked at her and said, "I buy hair. Take off your hat. I need to see your hair." So Della took off her hat and pulled down her hair. It looked like a waterfall of beautiful hair. $20, said Madame. I'll give you $20 for it. Okay, said Della. Cut it off quickly. Madame Sofroni cut off Della's hair and gave her $20. Della left the store happily. She went out to buy Jim's Christmas present. For 2 hours, she searched many stores. Finally, she found her husband's present. There was only one like it. It was very simple but elegant. It was a platinum fob chain for his watch. It was the perfect gift. She paid $21 for it. She had no regrets. Jim would love it. Jim loved his watch, but these days he was a little embarrassed. He only looked at his watch in private. It was because of the old leather strap on the watch. Now he could proudly look at his watch. He won't have to be embarrassed any more. Della hurried home with her chain and 87 cents. Now she started to feel a little sad about her hair, but she thought, it will grow quickly. She got out her curling irons. She turned her short hair into many little curls. She looked at her hair in the mirror again and again. I hope Jim doesn't hate it, she thought. I did it for him. I did it for love. What could I buy with $1.87? No, Jim won't hate it. He will think I look like a singing girl. So, she forgot about her hair. She started to prepare dinner. Tonight, they would have pork chops and coffee. Della heard him walking up the apartment stairs. Jim always came home on time. She quickly sat down on a chair near the doorway. She put the chain in her hand and made a little prayer. Please let him think I am still beautiful. The door opened and her husband came in. He looked very tired tonight. He was only 22, but he looked older. He had many things to worry about. He took off his old coat. He really needed a new one. Then he saw his wife. His face had no expression. Della thought, "What is he thinking? Does he hate my hair? Does he think I'm ugly?" Could not wait for him to speak. She jumped up and ran to him. "Jim, honey, why don't you say something? Don't look like that. It'll grow quickly again. Don't worry. It grows very fast," she said. "You cut your hair off?" he asked her. He seemed almost stupid. It was easy to see his wife's short hair. "Yes," she said. "I cut it off and sold it. I got you a beautiful gift. I know you will love it. It's perfect for you. Do you hate my hair? I'm still the same person. Don't you like me with or without my hair?" Chapter 3. The Big Surprise. Now Jim looked at his wife. He said, "Come here, I want to hold you." Della walked to her husband, and they held each other for a few moments. "Please don't misunderstand me," he said. "Nothing could stop me from loving you. No haircut will change that." Then he took something from his pocket and put it on the table. "Open the package," he said. "Then you will know why I looked so strange. Go on, open it up." She took the package and started to open it. A moment later, she screamed happily. "Oh, honey, it's beautiful!" This happiness soon changed to tears. Della started to cry. Her husband rushed to her side. "Don't cry," he said. "Don't cry." But she couldn't stop. He comforted her for a few minutes. On the table, there was a set of combs. They were beautiful. Della saw them in a Broadway store window. She wanted them for a long time. They were very expensive. They would have looked beautiful in her long brown hair. She picked them up and hugged them. She looked at her husband and said happily, "I will wear them soon. My hair grows very fast." Then she remembered something. Oh, she cried. "I didn't give you your present yet." She jumped up and opened her hand. Her eyes were now sparkling with joy. "Isn't it beautiful? It will be perfect for your watch. I looked everywhere for it today. Now you won't be embarrassed about your watch. You can look at it 100 times a day. Give me your watch. I want to put it on your watch," she said. But Jim did not give her his watch. Instead, he lay down on the sofa and smiled. "Della," he said, "I don't want to think about Christmas and Christmas presents anymore. Let's put them away. Let's use them later." I don't have my watch anymore. I sold it to buy your combs. Why don't you make the dinner now? Della just looked at him. She couldn't believe it, but she didn't say anything. She just went to the kitchen to prepare dinner. People love to give gifts at Christmas. This tradition began with the Magi. They were wise men. They brought gifts to baby Jesus in the manger a long time ago. They were wise men, and their gifts were wise too. This is a story of two foolish people. They foolishly gave away their most precious things, but they did it for love. This is the reason for giving gifts. So those two foolish people were the wisest of all. They are the Magi. They were poor, yet they were rich in love. They sold their most precious things for each other. This is the true meaning of Christmas.